Well, good morning. This morning our scripture's found in Hebrews chapter 12, beginning in verse 14, and it goes like this. Follow peace with all men, and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord, looking diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of God, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. You know, I read a story about two monks, and I'd like to read it to you. One day, two monks were walking through the countryside. They were on their way to another village to help bring the crops. As they walked, they spied a woman, an old woman, sitting at the edge of the river. She was upset because there was no bridge and she couldn't get across on her own. The first monk offered, "We'll carry you across if you would like." "Thank you," she said gratefully, accepting their help. So the two men joined hands, lifted her between them, and carried her across the river. When they got on the other side, they set her down, and she went on her way. After they had walked another mile or so, the second monk began to complain. "Look at my clothes," he said. "They're filthy from carrying that woman across the river, and my back still hurts from lifting her. I can feel it getting stiff." The first monk just smiled and nodded his head. A few more miles up the road, the second monk again cried out, "My back is hurting me so bad, and it's all because we had to carry that silly woman across the river. I cannot go any further because of the pain." The first monk looked down at his partner, now lying on the ground moaning. "Have you wondered why I'm not complaining?" he asked. "Your back hurts because you're still carrying that woman, but I set her down 5 miles ago." You know, that's what many of us are dealing with our families, with our neighbors, even with our church. We hold the pain of the past over our loved ones, heads like a club, or we will remind them every once in a while what we did and how it hurt us. Folks, so many of us has dropped those seeds of unforgiveness, the bitterness that springs up in us, and those seeds come from Satan. They do. Old Satan jump on your shoulder and holler in your ears about what you did and what they did. You know, we're supposed to love one another. We're supposed to carry each other's burdens. We shouldn't harbor bitterness in our heart. It's not pleasing to God. No. So I plead with you, if you are holding bitterness in your heart, get rid of it today. Ask God to help you, because what happens when we harbor bitterness in our heart, it affects our mind, it affects our health, and it affects the people around us too. So don't hold bitterness against anyone for anything. No. You see, God takes care of that. We're supposed to just love one another regardless. Let God have the bitterness. Take care of it. He'll take care of it. Well, I hope this encourages someone today. Don't harbor that bitterness in your heart, because the only one you're really hurting is you. Well, may God richly bless you. I love you, but better yet, Jesus loves you. He died on the cross for us, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.